Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. In this video we're going to be basically overhauling this Hornby Class 58 as well as doing a little bit of enhancements, and then over the weekend I'll also weather this, so you'll see that in another video. So this locomotive here is a Hornby Class 58. It's 58034 Bassett Law. And behind it here you can see we have the brand new Halogen Class 58. It's 58006, and you can see there's quite a contrast between the two. And I'll keep in mind that this Halogen Class 58 is brand new. I just showed up today, while this Hornby Class 58 is quite old. It's a couple of decades old. So what I did was I got this on eBay, and there was a couple of issues with it, in case you're wondering why there's painter's tape on it. Basically the Hornby Class 58, and I've already done some enhancements on the side, has this kind of metal handrail that runs alongside here, and aside from it getting a little rusty, it has little plastic pieces right here and right here. And what happened on this particular model is whoever owned it before me had roughed it up quite a bit. So not only was this metal handrail bent, but the little plastic pieces have been broken off as well. So what I needed to do was basically just glue it back into place. And so I was able to use the painter's tape, and it's basically just wrapped around the locomotive just to hold that metal rail in place while that glued. So it's already been a while since it's glued in, so I'm going to remove the painter's tape. You see I had a couple of rounds there of it, and you can see didn't do any kind of damage to the paintwork. And part of the reason for that, as you can see here, it sort of extends out just a little bit. So there's a couple of things I'm going to do to this Class 58. First of all, if you're wondering where its bogies have gone to, the Hornby Class 58, you can actually just kind of squeeze the bogies a little bit, and they drop right out. So that's quite handy, and there's two of them. So I already removed those, so what you're left with is this kind of piece like so, with the body shell, and you don't need to do any kind of further removal from here. I mean, you could, but it's because of how old it is, so they really didn't want to mess with it. So a couple of key differences between this and the Halogen one. For example, your fans here have the actual three-dimensional pieces. They're just molded on here. This center piece is lacking the detailing. Here is just one gray piece, whereas here it's well defined, and it's also painted. Another thing too is the British Rail logo is actually in the wrong location. It should be I think one more panel over, so it's not in the right place. These handrails on the side, you can see here, it's just red, but what it should be is it should be kind of white all the way down. So I'm going to show you how to do that with this particular locomotive, and there's a kind of a trick to it as well. So these metal handrails here and here, here and here, and then the two pieces down here and two pieces down here, basically need to be painted white. This piece up here needs to be painted black. These pieces here need to be painted orange, and there's a piece here on the front for the multiple workings that needs to be painted black as well. So we'll be doing all that, and I'm also going to weather it, and I'll probably, you can see here on the Halogen one, it's been darkened along the fan areas, so we will do the same thing here and along these doors as well. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to show you how to do this technique here of getting these handrails painted white. And it's actually quite easy. First of all, you're going to need some white paint. So I'm going to use this Tester's white paint. You can use Umbral or any kind of white paint that you want to use. I think this is acrylic, maybe. It's flat white. Looks like it's probably enamel actually. And you probably want to give it a good stir. So I'm going to go take a craft stick and just give it a good stir, just to make sure that the paint is mixed up pretty well. I already shook it, but it doesn't hurt to just make sure the paint isn't too liquidy. Okay, so once you're done with that, you can just discard it. Okay, so what you're going to need to do this is quite simply just a paper clip. So you don't need a paintbrush or anything like that, you just need a paper clip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend out one end of the paper clip like so. So you kind of have a little handle down one end and then a straight piece. Then all you're going to do is take the paper clip, dip it a couple millimeters in the paint like so, brush off any excess, and then you're going to take the model and you're going to start at the top of the handrail and just work your way down. You're just basically going to touch it like so, and it's that easy. And then just dip it some more in paint, brush off the excess, and then what you're going to do for the side one is exactly the same thing. You're just going to touch the handrail and work your way down. Now with the side handrail here, you're also going to want to work up the other side of it as well. And I'm not going to be too worried if your hand becomes unsteady and you mess it up a little bit. You're going to weather it anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you get as much of the excess off as you can. You're going to do the same thing with the plastic piece here, but you're going to move it from side to side instead of up and down. And hopefully there's not an excess of paint there, and it'll look pretty decent. So there you have it. It's that easy. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I can just show you the other side. It's quite easy. So dip it in the paint, brush off the excess, start at the top, and work your way down. And likewise on the end piece here, you want to do the same thing. Like so. And then we're just going to finish it off by, you see here the paint isn't running out of paint there a little bit, so put some more on. Alright, and there you have it. So it's literally that easy. So what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to show you how to weather this. I'm also going to show you how to use the kind of watered down or kind of create a wash, as it's called, to darken these panels here with some black paint. And basically a wash is just a mix of paint and water or paint and thinner to get that kind of effect in there without making it too dark. And also probably paint this grey as well, and I can weather over it. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. I'm going to go and use the same technique on the front part here to get this black and orange. And I already pulled up some photos, and this here part was yellow, even though it's white on the Halogen model. I'm going to leave it as yellow. You can see too if I put it up next to the Halogen model. You gotta remember it's quite old, but there's there's a black line here that's missing. I think it's just worn off, so I can put that back in there. And there's a few other things too, like the yellow here is a lot more orange compared to the halogen version. So I'm going to go and do up some more of those details, and we'll show you the end result. Alright, so here we have the end result, at least from the first stage. What I ended up using was some orange paint, some white paint, some black paint, some steel flat colored paint, and some gray paint. And I basically, you can see here from all the bent up paper clips here, I used the same technique I showed you at the start of the video to do the white hand railings, to do some of the other detailing as well. So if I move the paint out of the way, I'll walk you through what I did. So as you saw at the start of the video, we used the paper clip to get the white on here on the hand railings and to add the detailing down here. What I also did was I used the orange to do the multiple workings here in the front. These, if you remember from the start of the video, were yellow. It's part of the bodywork, and now they've been painted orange. Also painted the multiple working thing here black, so it stands out a lot better. I painted the buffers black as well, and also painted the coupling black. For the horns, I ran a little bit of black paint along there, and then I took a piece of kitchen towel and rubbed it off there so you kind of lessen the look. Along the top here, I put back in the black band and also ran it from the bottom all the way around like it is in the photos. I did the same thing at the other end. It's quite very simple, just a couple of dabs with orange paint on the end of the paper clip. If you're familiar with how to use a paper clip, just to dab the oil for lubricating the locomotive, is exactly the same thing. Now this kind of metal rail that's along the top here was rusting, so I took some gray paint and used the paper clip technique to just paint that handrail as well, or railing, whatever it is, and it turned out pretty well. I also used the dry brushing technique to do the grills here and this section over here, and I did the same thing on the other side. As you can see, it looks a lot better. And finally, I painted the top silver there to match the other Class 58. So if I spin this around, I can put them side by side there. You can take a look. Now obviously this still has the kind of orangey colored yellow here, and the actual logo itself is a little lighter than it probably should be compared to the halogen one. I think the weathering powders will take care of that, so obviously I have to wait for this paint to dry before I can do the weathering powders. But in the next video, in this little update, I'll show you how to use the weathering powders, and we'll use some photos and go from there. Now I do have a couple of Class 58s, these old Hornby ones. I think I've got 3 or 4, so I'll probably do the same thing on those as well, so we'll see how it turns out. So that's it for now for this video. Sorry that you didn't get to see it running on the layout yet. I gotta let this dry, and I also gotta go and do the weathering on it. And I was gonna have to weather the bogies as well. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll put up part 2 in the next day or so. And until next time.